Okay, hand tying meridian. So hand tying meridian. Lung meridian. Okay, the lung meridians actually has 11 acupoints. In this video, I'm gonna be talking about the first acupoint called Zhong Fu. Zhong Fu is the lung 1. Let me write here. Hand tie in. It is an in meridian, and it's also the lung meridian. Okay, lung meridian. Just remember that we have 11 acupoints. 11 acupoints in this meridian. Let me just move this to the corner. This is the lung 1. Lung 1. And the point is called Zhong Fu. Zhong Fu. Okay, Zhong Fu. I'm gonna be writing Zhong Fu here. Zhong Fu. Okay, this is the first point of the lung meridian. Now, I want to explain. I want to share some details about this point, because in Chinese medicine, the points, they don't have a name just because it's fancy. Actually, there is a meaning. There is a reason for this name exist. Bom dia, Wagnerzinho. Okay. Fu. Fu. This ideogram. Fu. Fu refers to gathering. Okay? Gathering. I'm gonna change to this one. Thanks, Talita. Gathering. Oh no, not now. Gathering. I have to change again. Bom dia. Okay, Fu refers to gathering. I'm gonna be talking about the first acupoint called Zhong Fu. Zhong Fu is the first point of lung meridian. That the lung meridian is mainly composed of 11 acupoints, and this is what we call in Chinese medicine the anatomy of meridians. And usually I do the same kind of live in English early in the morning, talking only about neuroanatomy, but Today I'm gonna be talking about this point. We have a lot of things about to talk about this point, so let me see if I can cover everything here. So Zhong Fu is also a mu point. So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this. Is also a mu point. And this mu point is the mu point of the hand tying lung meridian. Okay, so when you press this point, if you feel pain, might indicate that there is something affecting the lung, the organ. Again, from the perspective of traditional Chinese medicine. And we have some strategies to release this pain sensation that comes with the pressure on the point, but it's not here. It's actually below the collarbone, at the midline of the collarbone, around this distance from the collarbone down to the nipple, and then close to the edge of the pectoralis major muscle. So if you press this point, you might feel a little bit sensitive. Let me just show you. There is another is here. The point will be located right here. If you consider that this is the front of the body, the collarbone will be around here, and the point will be probably here. Okay, here. Now, back to the point. Okay, we know that is a mu point and is part of the hand tying lung meridian. And the hand tying lung meridian will originate from the Zhong Chao. Okay. Sorry, San Chao. It originates from the San Chao. This one. We have San Chao. San Chao is composed of 3 burners, and we call the one on the middle Zhong Chao. So originates from the Zhong Chao. Zhong Chao. This is the ideogram of Zhong Chao. Originates from Zhong Chao, which is the middle burner. If we consider, let me just draw here. I'm gonna do this. Upper burner, middle burner, and then the lower burner. Zhong Chao. So originating from the Chong Chao. So this acupoint here represents the gathering of Chong Chi, the central energy. Represents the gathering of Chong Chi. Chong Chi, this is the ideogram of Chong Chi. Central energy, okay, and serves as the mu point for the lungs. Represents the gathering of Chong Chi and serves as the mu point for the lungs. Okay, so this is Zhong Fu. Mu refers to a place where the qi and the blood gather. Okay, so let me just do this. Mu point refers to a place where qi and blood gather. This is the reason why the name is Zhong Fu. This is the reason why the name Zhong Fu. So let me just do this. Okay. Now there are a few other things here. Let me just write Zhong Fu here. Zhong Okay, Zhong Fu. So the spleen and lungs converge their energies at this acupoint. So what I'm going to write this here. The spleen and lungs converge their energies at this acupoint. Because this is the name Zhong Fu. And as I mentioned, represents the gathering place of Chongqi. Chongqi represents the gathering place of Chongqi. Let me do this. The gathering place of Chongqi. This is Chongqi. Now, Zhong Fu is the mu point of the lungs and is located 1 tum below Yumen. Now location. And then let's say that this is lung 2 and probably lung 1 will be around here. Okay, and then here we have the shoulder. Here's the nipple. This is Zhong Fu. Zhong Fu. And this one is human. And as I mentioned, is 1 tum below human. below human. It's mentioned by Taiping Shen Hui found that this point is located 6 fan below human, and we can say that is in the depression. Let me just write here. In the depression, the depression between the third intercostal space between the third intercostal space on the chest where the pulse can be felt. And I'm not sure if you can see from this position, it will be better. Yeah. Okay, we can use this point to treat. Now is probably the most interesting part. We can use this point this point to treat and then here is the list. Tightness in the lung chest, tightness in the lung system, in the lung. Okay, and then what else? Chest pain, it can be used to treat chest pain, palpitations, and the sensation of a bitter taste in the mouth. Let me just write here. Palpitations, and bitter taste in the mouth. The camera is just dropping. Okay, what else? A counterflow of qi that cause Yeah, counterflow of qi. Qi. Coughing. Shoulder and back pain. If you have shoulder pain, you can use this point to treat shoulder pain. Shoulder pain. This is the point, okay? Here is the nipple, the chest, shoulder, collarbone will be around here, third intercostal space. What else? Wind. Induced. Sweating. Abdominal distension. Abdominal. Let me just move this now to this position. Abdominal distension. And abdominal distension with inability to eat. Okay, when it's hard to eat something because you have abdominal distension. Throat obstruction. And shortness breath. Shortness breath. What else? Skin. And bone. Pain with cold sensation. Cold sensation. Okay. You might find this point with other names such as In Chong Chu, Fei Mu, Fu Chong Chu, Fu Chong Ju, In Yu. Okay. But I will not write down. It is on the file that I will be attaching to this video, which is the part of the course. Now, Chong. Okay, we saw here Fu. Now Zhong Fu again. Back here. Zhong Fu. Chong means internal. Okay, Chong means internal. Is also central. Chong. Let me see what I'm going to write. Chong means internal. And Fu refers to the internal organs. Fu refers to the internal organs. Internal organs. Let me just do something. Chong Fu. Zhong Fu. Okay, Zhong Fu. And here as well. I mentioned before, what is it? Here. It refers to a place where the qi and the blood gather. Okay? The qi and shui, which is blood, the material, of this acupoint originates from the internal organs. And this point is the first acupoint of the Fei Qing. Fei Qing. What else? The qi shui substance comes from various organs and will be enclosed by the thoracic and abdominal membranes, okay, that are enclosed by the thoracic and abdominal membranes, because this is the name Zhong Fu. Okay, refers to a place where the qi and the blood gather. Qi and blood comes from substance. Comes from various organs enclosed by the thoracic and abdominal membranes. And because of this, enclosed by thoracic and abdominal membranes, the name Zhong Fu. Okay, let me see if I can do any other thing here. Maybe just okay. And then with yellow, maybe orange. Okay. I'm going to highlight this with the orange one. Orange one. Let me just zoom out, and then you can see what I already have here. Let me and this part I'm going to highlight with yellow. I'm basically talking about the first acupoint of the lung meridian and the origin of the name, the reason why this point has this name. I also talked about location and treatments. You can use this point for this list of treatments here, list of conditions. Of course, that's not so too simple. You need to combine this point with others, depending of everything depends of the patient and the acupuncturist. Okay. This point is mentioned that this point is highly effective for treating bronchitis and asthma. So, and you can also do massage on this point. So you can use to treat bronchitis or asthma. Let me just write here. Asthma. Bronchitis. just seeing if I have anything else to talk about this point, and then so basically Zhong Fu is the gathering point, as I mentioned, the move point for the lungs, and okay. Okay, yeah, it's mainly this. Let me just check something else. Let me see. Okay, Zhong Fu, as I mentioned, works as a gathering point for the lungs, because it's located in the upper chest region, which represents the highest position of the body, one of the highest parts of the body, and influence the movement of a gaseous substance within the body. And these gravitational fields that makes part of this point include the Zhong Fu gravitational field centered on the kidneys, the upper chest, and outer regions from the kidneys. The whole body spinal field centered on the spine, the upper chest, and the other regions furthest from the spine. And the Earth's gravitational field, regardless of whether a person is lying down or standing upright, the chest still remains the highest point in Zhong Fu. Yeah, it's basically this. What I'm gonna do now? I'm going to finish this live, and then I will be back maybe tomorrow or late today. I don't know. Maybe tomorrow to talk about the second point, the second acupoint of lung meridian. This is the first acupoint. Okay, so thank you so much. I'll see you next time.